Kalen Patterson, Midwest Muscle. We are here at the NGA Titan Classic. I mean, I'm really surprised this show went as well. Every year you find a way to do something really nice with it. I love the presentation you did in the morning. Basically, put everybody at ease. A lot of first-time competitors, and that's always nice, especially for a promoter. From a promoter side, you know you're bringing interest. How do you find the energy being a competitor and a promoter in the same year?
It's just what I like to do. You know, I've been doing this for a long time. I started competing in 1995, so that's a long time ago. You're talking 20 years ago. I've been in this racket, and when we started this 5 years ago, it was just something I wanted to continue to do because I knew that there's going to come a day I'm not going to compete. You know, I mean, we're all going to be faced with that someday.
Yes.
You know, and I thought this is a way I can give back to the sport. Makes it easy too. Brian Ahlstrom's a great partner, and it's nice. It's energizing in itself when you have, 15, 20 people at your show that have never competed before.
Yes.
So that in itself is kind of,
that's a pat on the back.
Yeah, it's just energizing because it makes you feel like, okay, that's really cool that these people picked this show. Not only picked this show to compete in, but it's cool that now there's 20 more people that are now in this sport that weren't in it before.
Yeah, and they're good health because like the coaches are people we know that are actually taking care of them and not, because that's something we've talked about in the past. It's about damaged metabolisms, people getting their health ruined just for a trophy. That was something that you were really frustrated about. And, I saw that. I actually saw you get frustrated when you learned, this person was basically being put in bad health and at a prior show, not this one, but, one that was in the past where we were both at.
Right.
I know you have a passion for it. And I saw that then. As a promoter, I'm sure that's got to be a great feeling knowing that the people that are in your show are actually being taken care of.
Yeah, it is. And, it's really nice to see them on stage, too, because the one thing is this is a smaller show. I mean, I've never wanted it to be a huge show. I like the size. I mean, it's always nice when it grows every year. So, but, the one thing that really I think holds true at this show, and I would put it up against any show in the country, is the competitors that come here are always just in such great condition. I mean, we might only have 5 guys in a class, but every one of those dudes look great.
Yeah.
So like a lot of shows you'll go and there'll be 15 guys in the class, but there's only 5 guys that look good.
Yeah, you already know the top 3 before they get out there.
And this show just doesn't do that, and I don't really know why that is. I can't explain that.
If you got you standing out there doing a presentation and the shape that you're in, I'm sure that's a challenge to most people that show up.
Yeah, it could be. It's just something I really like to do. I'm hoping that I really like to see this thing continue to grow. Stay over that 50 competitor mark every single year. Makes life a little bit easier for me as a promoter. But yeah, it's something I love to do, and it doesn't really take a tremendous amount of effort. I mean, the whole month before the show, I'm really busy.
Yes.
As I compete also.
Yes.
I also have a real job.
Yes.
That puts food on my table. So I'm working 45 hours a week in my normal job, and then I'm working 20 hours a week for the whole month of June on this.
It's a true passion.
So it definitely takes some time. You got to you got to want to do it.
Yes. That's what I was getting at. Yes.
But I don't know. It's just a cool thing because I look back, every year. Sometimes when I feel like I'm getting frustrated and stuff like that, then I come to the show, the day of the show, and I look at the people and this stuff. It always brings me back. It reminds me about like when I started, and just feeling so nervous and feeling like I don't even know what this is all about, and, all this kind of stuff. And so that's one of the reasons why when I have the meeting in the morning, I try to say those things to people to make them understand that everybody's been here, everybody's done that, just have some fun and relax and just
and they did
and understand that
they really did.
You've already won by being here. I really truly believe that is most people that get on stage, it's already a victory. That is a victory because there's so many people. I mean, we sold I think over 200 and some tickets today, and I guarantee you out of the 200 and some people out in that audience, 195 of them wish they could have the balls to get up here and do it.
Right.
And, and the determination and the drive and the discipline in order to make it happen. And so that in itself is a victory, just because to push yourself to places where you never thought you could. That's what I love about this sport. And that's why I keep competing is every time I go into a competition, I always think, man, last time I got to here can I get to here? Is it
Right.
possible? Can I do that?
Another level?
Let's see if I can, you know, and so that's what keeps you going.
Because you can.
Yeah, because you can.
Now, as a promoter, it's got to be an awesome feeling for the morning and see that kind of line, and people are waiting to get in there to fill up those seats because they want good seats.
Yeah, we've been pretty blessed. The turnout's been really well. I think a lot of that, to tell you the truth, Kailan, has a lot to do with the show format. You know, we do the one show format. We start at 1 o'clock. I mean, we're going to be done. I mean, it's 4 o'clock right now. Prejudging's over. We'll be done with finals by 6:30. I mean, the show will be over. And I think a lot of that has to do with the people that come and watch it, because people know, because they don't have to invest a 13-hour day to come watch their friend. You know, because that, to me, as an audience member, I've been to plenty of shows to watch people, and you never know when they're going to go on, and so you sit there for 4.5 hours waiting, you know, and stuff, and that stuff gets frustrating.
Yes,
and then you're spending $50 to go do that, and you're like, man, I don't have 13 hours of I can't give up my whole entire Saturday to come watch you compete. Yeah. You know, so, and but if you only got to give up 5 hours, that's not that bad. Yeah. You know, so.
It's like going to a movie.
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
Now, when you have the kind of audience participation, I'm sure I don't know something about this show and something about Iowa. I don't know, but I just it's as a competitor, it's a great feeling to look out there and see people actually engaged and involved in that. I mean, I don't know how you brought that about, but it works.
I think it's the people that are fans around here, to tell you the truth. I mean, you know, Des Moines a fairly large city, and there's only 2 natural shows in this city. Yeah. You know, that's it. There's one in May, a NAMVA show, and then there's one that we run here in June that's an NGA show, and that's it. And I think for the size of this city, you know, to only have 2 shows, I think that's part of it. I think there's a lot of people that come and compete. There's a lot of people that are very interested in the sport and how it works, and they want to come watch it. And so I think that's what gets people a little more engaged, because there's not 7 or 8 shows during the year. There's only 2.
And that's awesome,
Yeah.
Because I really, I love
They
that.
are vocal.
Yeah. And they were yelling and screaming.
Yeah.
That was kind of wild.
And they tend to cheer for you. The thing I like, too, is I noticed through today, I heard people cheering for all kinds of people. You know, you could tell that people weren't just cheering for their friend.
Even the posers.
Yeah, they were just cheering for people.
When the posers were spot on and everybody was lined up, it's like everybody was lined up and the posers should be. The audience just erupted. I mean, that was just crazy for me. As a competitor, I was thinking, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. Well, I know you got stuff you got to do.
Thanks,
I'm going to let you get back to it. Jason Kaiman. I'm saying his name right this time. Jason Kaiman. Kailan Patterson, Midwest Muscle. We are out.